Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I'd like to talk to you today about what they, and we'll discuss who they are later on in the video, what they are planning to do, or suggesting that they want to do. So, in Britain, we have fairly narrow roads compared to, say, roads in America, or in some cases roads in the continent, depending on where you go. And what they're proposing is they take a lane that is on average 12 feet wide and make it 10 foot 8 inches wide. And they want cyclists to cycle in the primary position far more often. And basically hold up traffic. As far as I can tell, they hate the motorists. Every rule they do, they say this is about cyclist safety. I really disagree. The changing of the what do they call it, the order of, like pedestrians have right of way over a cyclist, cyclists have right of way over a car. It's kind of, in a weird way, it's the opposite to Indian might is right rule that we have now. And basically all I can see is how this is causing more road rage, more hold-ups, more congestion, because they're not bothered about congestion. And I don't see how it's going to make cyclists' lives any safer, because a lot of frustrated motorists are still going to try and overtake, except now they have less space in which to do it safely. And this is my view on it. If anything, they should be making the lanes wider, or offering more cycle paths, which they should road sweep more often. A lot of cyclists complain about, it's dirty, and then, I'm not a cyclist. I hate the bloody things. I think they're so unsafe. So I think cyclists should unite with drivers over this. Their safety is definitely being compromised. Of course they won't, because I think a lot of the annoying cyclists just hate motorists, and they get on the cycle just to piss motorists off. But I think that's putting them in danger, because they're coming off as pricks. I really hate cyclists. I'm sorry for you cyclists. I'm sure there's some very nice ones, and I try to be very respectful to you on the road. But it don't stress you out as a driver, because you're constantly having to think about where they are, and they don't think for themselves anymore, because it's been set up in a way that they don't have to think for it. I mean, the other problem is, what about larger vehicles? What about buses that they care so much about? What about lorries that are delivering goods? Modern cars are a lot bigger than they used to be. I mean, back in the 80s, the same class of car seems half the size compared to how it is now. And the reason the cars are getting bigger is because of all the safety features that they've put in. But that's a different topic. So, who's doing this? Who's suggesting this? Well, you may be surprised by this, but it's a Quango. And if you don't know what a Quango is, it's a quasi-autonomous non-governmental organisation, right? So they have operational independence. They're set up by the government to carry out specific functions, such as regulatory, advisory, or executive tasks. They're taxpayer funded. So, when you pay your road fund licence or vehicle excise duty, road tax to most people, you're paying for these people. They can operate completely independent of the government. Some of them have executive powers that can set up regulation and things like that. They can be tribunal, have jurisdiction in a specialised area of law, such as things like valuation tribunals. There can be an independent monitoring board, monitor prisons and immigration centres, for example, or in this case, they can be an advisory. So Active Travel England are an advisory quango. Think of them like a think tank. And this is the thought that they've come up. And you're paying for these pricks to push you off the road, and it'll be definitely paid by the vehicle excise duty. You take that to the bank. So fortunately for now, it's only a proposal, but it only takes a few corrupt councils. Oxfordshire Council, I'm looking in your direction, and I'll start implementing it, and then other councils will start doing it, much like they've started the 20-mile-an-hour zones, much like they've put in the low emission zones or the ULEZ zones. They all follow one another. They all buy into this crap. They all want the 15-minute city. They'll think they're doing good, or I don't know what the hell they're thinking, but this is just another way of trying to get you out of a motor vehicle, because they're trying so hard. They want you out of the motor vehicle. I mean, what happens when everyone gets out of a motor vehicle? Well, that's a different discussion. Anyway, that's all I've got to say for today. Tune in for another video.